You have access to infinite intelligence. This includes all kinds of things like past life, relevant information that resonates with your current experience. You will literally be experiencing reality as if you are a literal, absolute genius with the most explosive love inside of you that you've ever felt. You're infinite, you're limitless. Anything is possible, and you are in the perfect place in the entire universe. There's nowhere else to be because you're here. And it's the freaking best. There's nothing better than it right here being. This piece of Lemurian quartz seed crystal has completely changed my life and blown my mind, and I cannot even begin to scratch the surface to explain the kind of high-level vibration of light and energy and dimensions that I'm experiencing in my life. And fully aware of them, and it's really something else. And I'm gonna make a whole bunch of videos about Lemurian quartz seed crystals. So if you like Lemurian quartz seed crystal, if you want to know more about it, definitely make sure to subscribe. But in this video, I don't want to just pour my heart out and tell you all the amazing things that have been happening with my Lemurian quartz seed crystal. Instead, I'm going to explain to you how to tap into your own Lemurian quartz seed crystal and feel all the magic within yourself, because you don't need to learn it from me. You already have it right now, literally, and I'm going to explain to you in this video how to use and activate your Lemurian quartz seed crystal to remember all of the magic today. So the first thing I'm going to do is literally demonstrate to you how I use my Lemurian quartz seed crystal and how you can activate it yourself and get this information flowing through you. And then secondly to this, I'm going to share with you a few dynamic uses of your Lemurian quartz seed crystal and the way that the energy feels when you have it activated, so you'll know that you are in the right lane, essentially, of working with this crystal and being on the right track to activating this within yourself. Now, thirdly to this, I'm going to share with you a few examples of how this energy has expanded and impacted my life, and why I know that the magic is absolutely real of this, and why I'm willing to throw everything that I care about on the table and say to God that he could just take it away and destroy it all if what I'm saying to you is a lie. That magic is absolutely real. It is absolutely real. I don't care what anybody else says. Magic is real. I have experienced literal magic multiple times throughout the last week. So we're going to talk about that in this video. Can you tell I'm excited about the Lemurian quartz seed crystal? You could probably tell. All right, now I've actually got a few Lemurian quartz crystals, but this one is highly, highly, highly the one that I am resonating with the most. Also, be really careful with these things, seriously, because you could literally poke your third eye out, kid. Okay, enough jokes. I've also got a Lemurian quartz crystal that I'm giving away in this video, so make sure to stay tuned because we're going to bust that out pretty quick, and I'm really excited for the person who is meant to have this to get it. These are really special magical tools, guys. I cannot stress this enough. Now, here's what you're going to do to activate your Lemurian quartz seed crystal. You're going to sit down in the sunlight. The sunlight with the Lemurian quartz seed crystal, guys, this is critical. This has so much to do with arcing and bending light. Also, I have a video tagged in the description for you where I talk all about ancient Lemurian secrets exposed and secrets of the Lemurian quartz seed crystal. I'll tag that below. In that video, I explain how I've literally been working with crystals for millions of years through just rapid amounts of incarnations, and how I worked with Lemurian quartz crystal in ancient Lemuria. So this is what we would do with these, okay? You literally sit down and you hold it like this. Now, first step is to just appreciate it. Just find yourself here. Now, this, for me, manifests itself in motions such as this. I really, really love it. I'll sit here. I'll allow the light to just kind of reflect. I'll move it back and forth like such. And just kind of turn it and just appreciate all the angles. Now, at this stage of the activation, what you're going to want to do is really appreciate it, okay? You're not just sitting here holding it going, all right, I'm looking at my crystal, where's the magic? Come on, hit me with it. Don't think of it this way. What is taking place right now is you are giving your love and attention and energy to the Lemurian quartz crystal. Right now, it's not about you, okay? It's about the crystal. So, so you're gonna wanna just sit here and you're gonna wanna just appreciate it like that. Now, the next move that you're gonna wanna do when you're really feeling like this is like the most beautiful thing you've ever seen, like your heart will be so expanded, you're gonna feel like you can't get close enough to this thing. Like with people, it's kind of like sexual sometimes. When you love someone so much, you gotta get as close to them as possible. That sexual energy is literally the same energy that you will feel for this crystal. No, I'm not saying that you're gonna be all turned on and trying to get jiggy with your crystal. I'm saying that it's the same, literally the same waveform of energy and light. So that's exactly what you want to be feeling. It's a pulse. It's this is the energy, okay? We'll describe this more later on in future videos. So now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take the Lemurian Quartz and you're going to want to reflect the direct sunlight from it. So I'm going to try and get the camera to show you guys that. So the camera isn't picking it up as well as I would like it to, which is actually a good thing because the light is not disturbing my highly expensive professional camera lens. But really the sun is blasting through this bad boy. So just like a mirror or something, you're gonna literally see the sun. That's the sun right there where my thumb is. So you're literally going to just have it reflecting into your eyes. That's literally what you want with this, okay? You're just going to allow the sunlight to reflect off of the crystal and into your eyes. Now at this point, you're going to want to hold it in that position, and you're not going to be rubbing it at this point. You just hold it and allow the sunlight to reflect off like this. Now what is happening is there are all kinds of forms of light and codes within the light of high vibrational activation information. Now all of this is actually within you. When you let the light in, it activates and you remember this. So literally there's actually nothing stored in this crystal, theoretically speaking, to the point of there being information programmed into it. The information is in you, and the Lemurian Quartz is literally like God's gift for amplifying those codes and realizing them within yourself. It's seriously crazy cool. So while you're doing this and you're allowing the sunlight to come in, don't be sitting here thinking, okay, let's see, I'm waiting for high vibrational information. I'm waiting for high vibration. Is that? No, this is a blah, blah, blah. You're going to want to just be quiet in your mind and obviously out loud too. Now what you're going to do is you're going to space out at the crystal. You're going to space out in the sense where, see how the vision of the camera lens right now is showing everything in the background real crisp? And then when I hold something up to the camera, everything gets kind of fuzzy behind. So this is what your vision's going to do. Allow it to become fuzzy, but actually allow the whole thing to become fuzzy. So even my hand, for example, right now would be fuzzy and blurry like that. You're literally just kind of spacing out. Now in this state, you're gonna want to just be, okay? It's not about doing anything. There's nothing that you need to do, just be, just exist. Be existence, be the story that's playing out. What you're gonna do is you're literally going to let go fully. Now, what a lot of people would refer to this as is a state of meditation, and yes, it technically is, but really this is a way of life. It's not something you sit and you focus and you do. This is a way of life, guys, and you could practice it right here, right now with your Lemurian Quartz seed crystal. Just be. And this is when the light codes and activations come into you. So again, recap, hold your crystal. Allow the light to reflect off of it into your eyes. Space out so you're not directly looking at anything with an unfocused vision, and then just be. Just allow yourself to just be. And this is a difficult thing to explain, but I have a whole video talking about what I mean about just being and the top 3 ways to feel the crystal energy and magic in your life even more powerfully. I've got that tagged below. I highly recommend you guys check that out. That is a life-changing video for anybody excited about crystals or anybody in general. So what's going to happen is you're literally pulling this light into you, and it's going to be activating all kinds of codes of information. Now also, this is going to be raising your vibration like you would not believe, because you are an infinitely high vibrational being. Hold on one sec, I'm going to come to the other end of the camera. You literally are a sincerely, ultimately high vibrational being. Guys, we are so high all of the time. It's freaking magical. There is a vibration that's taking place. It is so perfect, it is so good, and you literally don't have to do anything. You just be it. This is the missing link that we've all been looking for and trying to figure out. There's nothing you need to do. There's nothing you need to learn. It's something that you just are. You just be. And this is like a perpetual state of just letting go. Just be. Just be. It really is that easy. And a lot of times our mind kicks in and gets all egoic and makes it more complicated. And it's like, come on, sassy brain, get out of here. What are you doing? So you're gonna wanna just be. So what's gonna happen when you're doing this is it's not that like necessarily instant downloads and vibrations of information are gonna activate within you right in that very experience. Though this can happen. This is the thing. Everything is possible. It's all infinite. It's just going to depend on you and the reflection you're getting back. This is kind of a different topic, but essentially you are literally reflecting your power and your story into the crystal and bouncing it back at you. I don't want to confuse you, so I'm going to save that for a future video. Again, make sure to subscribe, especially if you like Lemurian Quartz. I'm going to have at least 30 videos on YouTube about this, I'm telling you. But what's going to happen is because you are an infinitely high vibration, you are a high vibrational being. That's you in the present moment when you're just being. That's who you are naturally. So it's not that we're raising our vibration in this way or doing anything that is raising it. It's a matter of being. And when you're being, you're letting go of all the nonsense that isn't you, that isn't part of your genuine, authentic story. When you let go of those low vibrational things that aren't you, this is when all these activations are taking place. So this is what's happening when we're allowing this light code information to pass through us, is we're just being, and in the state of just being, this is where magic is literally woven into everything, far greater than you could possibly imagine. So you're literally going to be in alignment with your highest self, your highest self. You can't even begin to imagine how high it is. That's how high it is. There's no ceiling on this, guys. It continues to grow and expand. This is the way that love is. This is where infinite streamlines of information exist. In a state of just being, you have access to infinite intelligence. This includes all kinds of things like past life, relevant information that resonates with your current experience. You will literally be experiencing reality as if you are a literal absolute genius with the most explosive love inside of you that you've ever felt. You're infinite, you're limitless. Anything is possible, and you are in the perfect place in the entire universe. There's nowhere else to be because you're here, and it's the freaking best. There's nothing better than it right here being. This is the emphasis I want to say. Now, what does Lemurian quartz seed crystal feel like? What does Lemurian quartz seed feel like? Here's something that is really powerful that I want to share with you. Lemurian quartz seed crystal may feel different to you than it does to me, because this is you-niverse. You-niverse is an expansive, eventful place that I cannot fathom for you. It is a magical gift that you yourself alone have the special and unique opportunity to explore and expand yourself in. That's the gift. The Lemurian quartz seed crystal is tapping us into all kinds of codes and activations of information. This is true, but what is going to surface in you is going to be relevant to your magical story, not mine. Now, the energy of Lemurian quartz seed crystal feels the most magical out of any energy that I've ever touched. You guys know I love moldavite, you know I love phenakite, you know I love Libyan desert glass. I've got tons of videos talking about these. Nothing scratches the surface of the mystical, magical way that this feels. And you cannot, I can't explain it any better than that. If anybody watching right now, you guys, my awesome crystal friends, if you've got a way that you could help me to explain this to the others, just, maybe help me out and put that in the comments, because I'm struggling here. It's the most magical feeling. It's real magic. It's like this kind of side smirk and in this state, and you've got this sexual energy, but again, it's not lustful, it's not physical, it's energetic. It just feels so good. And it's really clear. It's really smooth. It's like, oh, it's so slick. Man, I love this. I love this so much. So this is, to me, one of the most powerful magics about the Lemurian quartz seed crystal, is that its properties are literally infinite. It's literally infinite, and it's always going to be changing because because you're always changing. Everything is always changing. Look around you, look in nature. Everything is constantly growing and going through cycles of energy. This is our universe. Our universe is this grand story of cyclical energy waves taking place and moving things and changing and evolving and expanding always, always, always. What a gift. In all of this change, would you really think that you would always stay the same too? It's not possible. You're always changing. And this is why so many of us struggle to just be and always to be in the alignment and feel so much magic in our lives, is because we're holding on to who we think we are. But that's not a stagnant thing. We're always changing and evolving. And the Lemurian quartz seed crystal is absolutely the best crystal I've ever experienced in my entire life. And I know that there's no other because I've been working with crystals for millions of years in human time. And this one is the one that is the best for navigating through the dimensions. Now, here's the thing. The change is taking place regardless. If you want to slickly and smoothly, so crisp, so good. If you want to move through the dimensions like this, Lemurian quartz seed crystal is 100% for you. It's for all of us. We all deserve this kind of energy in our life. And right now on our planet, now is the time. Now is the time for the Lemurian quartz seed crystal. Are you seeing this video and hearing this right now? Now is the time. It's you, universe. It's your time right now to work with Lemurian quartz seed crystal. And this is going to change your entire universe, your entire world. And you'll find yourself existing in a place that is literally a new place of bliss, of amazingness, of peace and harmony with each other, with nature, and ultimate infinite expansive love that flows into all things. It's right here, right now. So long story short, the way that Lemurian quartz seed crystal feels is it feels really good. It feels really, really good. And because you're always changing, that goodness is always going to be changing, and it's always going to be expanding. It's always a new adventure. Every single moment you are literally experiencing a new world, a new universe, a new you. And the Lemurian quartz seed crystal, it knows this, and it's expanding that love and that excitement and the adventure and the playful joy that this existence really truly is. And it's arcing it into you in every single moment. So just sit there, let the light flow into you, and just let go and just be. Don't worry about whether it's going to work or not. Don't worry about whether you're doing something wrong or whether your crystal's this or that. Just let it happen. Just let it happen. Now, the most magical thing that the Lemurian quartz seed crystal has done for me is it has tapped me into this energy of just being. There is a very unique presence and vibrational there are these waveforms that flow. Some of them are very far apart and some of them are really close together. Now, when you're just being, you experience what that waveform is like. And when you experience it enough, you become it forever. It's very easy. You realize it's the easiest thing ever. It's so simple. You can just be. Now, when you're just being like this, you are literally what people talk about as like being an instant manifestation God and so on and so forth. You literally are. You can do anything. You can do anything. And when you tap into that energy of doing anything and being anything, and at the same time literally being everything, literally your awareness expands so huge that you literally are everyone in the vicinity. You're all of the trees. You're the whole story. You are all of the magic. And then there's just a bunch of characters and people walking around doing things. And it's really funny and it's really beautiful and it's really cool. So again, I highly recommend that everybody work with Lemurian quartz seed crystal. Now, the crystal that you're looking at on the screen right now is a piece of Lemurian quartz crystal. This piece has been fully activated. It is fully ready for you. You know exactly what to do with it when you get it because you just watched this whole video all the way up to this point. You're ready to pop off, baby. So this beautiful specimen right here that I'm showing on the screen is 100% yours, and you know it. You know it. You can feel that this is yours. Here's a fun hint for you guys. Literally every single one of you is winning this crystal. Yes, there's only one, but infinite timelines exist. So just exist on the one where you're the winner. Literally, it's that easy. You don't have to do anything to manifest that. You don't gotta focus anything. Just be the version of yourself that wins it. Literally, it's that easy. I know it sounds cryptic. It's not. It's literally not. It's the most easy thing in the whole spiritual community to explain. Just be. Be the winner. Now, how can I be the winner, you may ask? Well, there are 3 things that you must do for the robot algorithm that chooses the winner to have it even perceive you as being possible to be in the one that is chosen. I said that very strange, I apologize. Here are the 3 things you gotta do to win this crystal. You need to like the video, you need to subscribe and hit that bell notification, and then I would love if you could let me know below what is the most magical, mind-blowing thing that's ever happened to you in your life. Now, you can share a whole bunch, you could write paragraphs if you want to and you want to share that with all of us, or you could just say something small like, oh, when I was a kid this happened and that blew my mind and made me question reality. See what I'm saying? Comment that for me. I'd love to talk to you guys about this and just tap into everybody's magic and we can all share that with each other. So, those are the 3 things to do. I will let you know a week from today who has won by responding to your comments. So again, make sure those notifications are on or you won't know that you win. And that would be a real bummer. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share with you guys a few very mind-blowing, trippy things that I have experienced with working with my Lemurian Quartz seed crystal. Now again, remember that what you're going to experience is very unique to your own story unfolding, and that's the gift. But here's some of mine so that you can just see what is possible. You can see that magic is possible, and you can let it be in your life. You can be that magic when you realize, hey, all these other people are experiencing magic. Maybe I have magic too. You do. So here's some of the magic I've been experiencing with the Lemurian Quartz seed crystal. The first thing that I'll say to you is that I literally cannot vocalize the magic that I am experiencing. Some of them I can, and they're actual physical manifestations I'll share with you. But the main, vast majority of the magic that is being unlocked is not something to be spoken. Not only are there not words for it, but to try and speak it, you just wouldn't. The kind of magic that I'm experiencing in my life is not the kind of thing you go around and shout at everybody and tell them. It's hard to explain. It's not something you talk about, it's just something that you are. Again, it's all about the being. It's not something to share, it's something to be. I know it sounds weird, guys. I'm sorry, it's just the way it is, you know? But here's something cool that happened to me yesterday. I was holding it in my left hand, which for me is my energy receiving hand. Now, what happened was I was receiving a very expanded view in my quote-unquote imagination, but to me this is actually my truth center. This is the navigation tool for reality, is the imagination. In this space, I was visualizing very powerfully and feeling just naturally, not by me trying to do anything. It was just happening. I was just holding my crystal and it was just happening. Had nothing to do with me, it just happened. I was just being. I could feel the entire story that was about to play out. I could see my friends around me in my camp saying certain things. I could see certain interactions happening while we were making dinner. Now, the absolute trippy thing is that all of those things happened. All of those things absolutely happened, every single thing I envisioned. So I'm sitting here and I started cracking up laughing like a madman when all of these chain reactions started taking off. So I'm sitting here and I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, oh my God. When I'm holding this crystal in my left hand, I can literally see and feel the story that is taking place in a much more expansive way. Because you are the story. You aren't just Nathan. You aren't just you. You literally are everything. I cannot stress this enough. And this has made it incredibly obvious to me. You literally are everything. You're the whole story playing out. And time does not exist. Time only exists in your ego's mind. That's where it exists. It's a hallucination to give us the linear egoic experience. But when I was holding this in my left hand, I was receiving so much of the expanded story. I was seeing everybody's story that was playing out. And because time doesn't exist and I was just being and letting myself go and just being, then time wasn't holding me back. I am unbound by the laws of time now. 100% literally unbound by time. It no longer exists. Now it's just a fun playground for my insanity. So, I was receiving the expanded story. Now, this got me really curious about something. I've been seeing alien ships in the sky for a little bit less than a year now, and that's pretty frequent, but I haven't actually seen them as of late. So what I ended up doing was hold on, I'm transferring hands. I held this in my right hand. Now, I naturally kind of hold mine like this, like it's like a Vogel wand or something like this. And I'd hold it just ever so gently. It fits perfectly. It's just the way it is. That's how I hold mine. I'm not sure why, it just happens that way. So I'm holding it like this, and literally I see all of a sudden the vision, the same way that I received the vision in my left hand of the story playing out, I again experienced the vision and a story playing out. But this time, it wasn't me receiving the story. It was a different kind of energy. It was me being the story and the creative power that we truly are inside of us. It's a different kind of energy. Again, it's the energy that feels kind of like sex. I know that's a weird way to explain it, but I don't know how else to do it. So I'm feeling this energy, I'm holding this, and I literally just looked at the sky, and I just could see that there were alien ships everywhere in the sky. I could see all of my friends sitting there freaking out because it was the first time they'd seen them. Everybody's mind blown. I'm crying because my friends are finally able to see the aliens that I see, blah, blah, blah. I envisioned this. I all of a sudden felt like a serious sense of humor, and I just started cracking up like I was absolutely nuts. So about like 20, 30 minutes or so went by and nothing happened. And so I kind of just started laughing to myself. And I'm like, man, I think it's so funny how something magical happens and then my ego always thinks that it has something to do with it. And then I try to wrap it up in a box. So I just started laughing. I was like, huh, and I just brushed it off, right? Then all of a sudden, my friend Isaac, he goes, whoa, did you guys see that? And he points at the sky and everybody looks up and literally all the UFOs are in the sky, just like all the times I've seen them. They're flying around, everybody's freaking out. I started crying because I realized, holy crap, I have more power than I've ever even began to scratch the surface and imagine. Now, here's the thing. Here's what I feel about this, what my awareness and my intuition is telling me. I did not use this crystal to manifest that event. I didn't create that. I didn't. Everything is already created. Everything is already happening in the infinite complexities of the universe. I believe that what happened was I just used this and shifted myself to a new timeline in the universe where that is what was happening on that timeline. You see what I'm saying? So if you hold your Lemurian Quartz seed crystal in your left hand, for me, this is what happens. I receive expansive information about the timeline that I am currently on. If I hold it in my right hand, I create expansive information of navigating to the timeline of my choice. Do you realize the implications of this? Now, you might not feel the full impact of this because this is something that happened to me. I'm just some random guy on the internet telling you, how can you get behind this? You don't have to, and I love you, and I mean that so endearingly, but I really don't care. I really don't care what anybody else thinks because I know it to be absolutely 100% certain and true, and I'm just being, and I am. And it feels so good, guys. It feels so good. Now, we were up pretty late because we were all watching the UFOs and hanging out under the stars, and I'm pretty grumpy when I don't get my sleep, so I woke up this morning and I instantly felt like, ugh. But I intended to make a video this morning, but I did not have the right vibe to me making that video. So I literally, first thing I did, I reach over, I grab this, I put it in my right hand, I'm holding it just like this, and I literally could see it. I could see the timeline, I could see it. I could see all of the lanes, all of the different lanes that I could choose playing out before me, literally just like this, just like all these different options in the universe. And I could see and I focused and I could see the one of me just being super pumped, tons of energy, tons of excitement. This morning going awesomely, me making an awesome video, coming over, writing in my gratitude journal, reading something from my book, responding to people's comments. I could see it. The best day I've ever had in my life. I could see that. And I simply did nothing. I just allowed it to be. I didn't focus. I didn't try to repeat all the actions and things that I saw in the vision. I simply saw the timeline, and then I just let go, and then you just be. You just be it. That's it. It's nothing that you have to do. It's literally something that you just are. It's a full embodiment, and you become it. And literally, you guys probably thinking I don't know, drank like 6 cups of coffee this morning. I haven't had caffeine in almost a year now, it feels like. I can't remember the last time I had it. I'm not on anything right now. I'm just being. I just allow it to be. And it feels so good, guys. It feels so good. And I absolutely love my Lemurian quartz seed crystal. I forget if I said it already in the video or not, but like literally, I spend about $140 on this crystal. And you couldn't get it out of my hands for 500 grand. And that's 100% certain. And it's not because the crystal's doing anything for me. It's because it just is. It's just the way it is. It's just the story happening. I just am. I'm just being, and I love this crystal so much. I love you guys. I love you guys so much. And there's something really special going on here. There's something really, really, really special and magical taking place. And I'm part of it. And you're part of it too. We just are. And I'm realizing anyways. I do make 3 videos every single week. If you did like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Let me know below what you thought. If you want to see anything fleshed out further about the Lemurian quartz seed crystal, let me know. I'm very enthusiastic. Right now is a time on the planet where Nathan is making the best Lemurian quartz seed crystal videos you've ever seen in your whole life. So make sure to subscribe. Much love to you guys. Don't forget to just be, and I'll see you soon. Real soon. Say goodbye to my Lemurian quartz. Oh, I love you so much.